the guy who made the decision on not recasting T'Challa, and they pretty much wanted to make sure Black Panther from like the beginning, which is why Chadwick Boseman before he passed away was like ticked off about the direction that they were trying to go. It was pretty obvious. And he gave Shuri all his intelligence for the time.
I don't know if I'll ever get over that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Which again, that's if you don't read the comic, then it's easier you say, oh, I like this character better than that one, so I'm gonna go this direction, or this one story that I saw did this, so that's what we're gonna do for this series. And it's like we never got an established T'Challa. He barely. If you look at, imagine if we just got Captain America 1 and Captain America and Avengers. That's it. That's what we got at the job. And Captain America had more screen time than that. So we still would have more Captain T'Challa at that point. Hey there. So, but that's what they want to do. And it's like, if you're a fan of the character, you'd say, okay, T'Challa is super intelligent, he is ruthless in his own way, but he still has a kind heart. He's a king, he does anything he can for his people. So, he's a noble person, but he wouldn't, you kill his father, he's not gonna go. Then you kill him, I mean, you're the king. He's not an American. Americans would be like, okay, due process. You have to go through the law. You know what I'm saying? He's the king of Wakanda. You killed the king of Wakanda, the prior king of Wakanda. He is the law. So he would say, okay.
I mean, he was going after Bucky, but yeah.
Right.
By that point in the movie, he saw what Captain Stark were doing, like letting their rage consume, so he didn't want to go do what they were doing.
Right.
So that showed growth. But yeah, he's still going. In Black Panther, he was still going after what's his name? What character was Amy Sarkis playing? Claw.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going to kill him.
Yeah, he was going to kill him. He just did because it was on TV, remember?
Yeah, exact opposite of John Walker.
Right.
And yeah, I don't blame John for going after the guy. They're not going to have him kill a woman on TV. It's wrong. I'm not celebrating that or anything, but at the same time, you notice that was only after he kills him that Bucky and Sam step in, and they don't do it in public, do it in the warehouse, ambush him in the warehouse, break his arm.
Well, I think it's, yeah, Black Panther and Captain America represent something different, and it's about Captain America is like the best of us, what you strive to be for America, and doing the right thing. And again, it's due process, and you don't just execute people. People have to stand a fair trial, all that stuff. That's what Captain America represents. He's not a vigilante out there murdering people. T'Challa is different. He's a king. He gets to make the final decision on whether you live or die, and it's clear that he killed his father, who was the prior king. If someone killed the president, they're not going to just be in jail. Yes, they'll have a trial and all that stuff, but ultimately, and that's because we have a democracy where you have those things. But that's not the case in Wakanda. He's the monarchy. It's what he says goes. So you have the council and stuff like that, but ultimately, T'Challa decides.
We never even saw T'Challa on the throne, did we?
For like 10 seconds. We saw him on the throne, and then Killmonger came and kicked him off it. we saw Killmonger on the throne as long as we saw T'Challa.
I mean, the T'Challa from Civil War would never let him into Wakanda in the first place. That's what I'm talking about when Black Panther film was out of character.
That made sense for T'Challa because he knew what happened. He knew that his father killed his father and then tried to hide it, and then left that kid out in the cold. And so he knew this was the sins of his father coming back to Wakanda. So him acknowledging that offering the challenge because he has a right to it. He would follow the tradition. But I don't know if he would show him mercy or not. Maybe.
No, yeah.
But Killmonger, toe to toe like that, would not. Like, they don't. No other hero got straight up beaten by their main villain without them cheating. Killmonger just straight. Yeah, T'Challa beat him at first, but he showed him mercy, and then Killmonger just destroyed him. Killed his friend, he couldn't do nothing about it, and picked up and tossed him off of a waterfall.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's just looking outside.
So
Yeah, I like Echo series so far. She was looking outside. I already let her out. That's maybe just check.
she doesn't eat it up yet.
I don't know if they should have made a show about this character specifically, but the fact that it's a woman really is not an issue. Just a different way of telling the story, in my opinion. Just take it on its own merits. But again, with She-Hulk, I didn't watch the whole thing because it's not made for me. I don't have a problem with that. Ms. Marvel is clearly aiming at like what, teenagers? I'm not a teenager, I don't care. I watched like one episode, like, okay, it's interesting, but it's not in my demographic, so I'll watch something else. But I don't think she should have been in the movies yet because she's a TV character. But I know who Captain Marvel is. I don't know who the black chick is, so I just don't care about the characters in that way. They never made me care, so I'm not going to spend money to see them in a feature-length film.
If we go that way,
She goes across the rocks onto the grass. She's over there.
my chances of the cats potentially are out there. I don't want how they fare in all that rain.
You think we can get like some teasers for the Superman movie? I think it's next year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's not really much coming out Marvel-wise this year. I think they're just Deadpool. That's it.
I think they need a break to get the writers back on track. So, no complaints from me. It's like, what was even the last TV show that came out? Couldn't have been Winter Soldier and Falcon.
I think it was Nick Fury.
No. Secret Invasion and Loki, I think.
Right,
Right?
Loki. Loki was the last show.
I didn't like season 2.
I didn't
They kept talking about we're gonna get a whole bunch of cam and got like nothing. And Secret Invasion turned Nick Fury into a bum. They took this character who's a literal spy and made him into a bumbling idiot.
I mean, they explained it. It was. I don't even think it was Nick Fury not being on top of everything. I think that was the whole point. That he. I don't mind shows that show a character out of their element. You know, Nick Fury was in the mix forever, and that's how you stay on top of things. You got to be in the action, and he wasn't anymore. He literally left the planet after Tony Stark died. Like that affected him, and then he came back, and things were different, and he had to kind of readapt. He did adapt, but the thing I didn't like was just the scroll part. It was just the storytelling. It just was off. Nick Fury himself not being 100% or trying to get back into action, feeling like a man out of time. That was okay because he got his groove back at the end. But it was just like, now you got this super ridiculous scrawl, and then he killed Maria Hill for like nothing. She was in the first episode, got shot, that was it.
I
And
like that.
the Rhodey thing was interesting because he was definitely out of character. But then, like, well, what does that mean then?
When did he get replaced? You had to. It couldn't have been when Tony was alive. Tony would have known.
No, not necessarily. This the tech they had made it so that they literally took on the characteristics so you couldn't detect.
So it could have been Civil War then, when he was like in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Tony was there the whole time. So
Yeah, but then from Civil War, it was still 5 years after that. The thing is that it should have been from when Tony Stark died. That's when Fury left, and that's when the Skrulls were like, okay, he abandoned us. He didn't give us our homework. We need to do something. So it should have been any time before that.
why didn't they go to Captain Marvel? Isn't she like their pal too?
She's never there, which they explained in her movie Watching, isn't it? She's also dealing with psychological things and kind of running away from her own problems, which is why she never comes back here, but for more than 5 seconds.
No, I'm not crazy about the way they characterized her. It's not. It's not the actress. It's the writing.
Yeah, the second one, she had more personality and she had more flaws. I think there's a. It's so funny with black men. They always focus on women, white women and black women, and make them so much stronger and so much better than everybody. But then with black men, they always downplay them to make them relatable. Like you can't be too good. Think about any black character in Marvel. Who's the strongest, the fastest? That they give that to somebody else. Look at Falcon. See what I'm saying? He's like, I'm just a guy. So it was like Hawkeye and Black Widow's just a girl, and she kicks it right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's no excuse. Half the Avengers are Tony Stark's a regular guy in a suit. He's a regular guy in a suit. They should say, hey, I'm the best of both worlds. I'm Captain America with Wakandan tech. And be like, I can do things that he can't. You know? Like, focus on his strengths. He can fly. He's more mobile.
And they do.
But they.
They do, but then they do focus on the color. So I'm hoping the next movie they don't bring it up
They
anymore.
are. Basically, this Captain Winter Soldier and Falcon showed that, and then he's Captain America, and he showed him doing cool stuff with the shield, and now with the wings, so he's got full on protection and everything to do. But what they're saying is that this next movie, from all everything they're saying, he's saying, "Oh, I'm just a guy. How can I lead the Avengers? I'm just a dude."
I think what he means is all these super powerful beings like Captain Marvel and Shang-Chi and Spider-Man.
Yeah,
He's probably thinking like, oh, I can't. They're not gonna listen to me.
But Cap wasn't as strong as those people either.
It just seems like he's trying to compare himself too much to Rogers when in the show they showed.
You never heard Steve Rogers downplay himself or say he was just this. He even wanted Iron Man to put on a suit to fight him. Put on the suit, let's go. He wasn't just like, I'm just a guy, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Well, you're just a guy. Like, he never downplayed himself or made himself whatever. Like, the guy was like grabbing freaking helicopters out of the sky and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. He never like put himself down or said he was less than anybody else. But now you got the new Cap is, and again, he already did his rite of passage in the show. This new movie, look how many people are thrown in it because they don't think he can carry his own movie.
I think they should have kept him on TV.
Hmm?
I think they should have kept him on TV for a little while longer.
Well, they need a new Captain America. If he's Captain America, he should have movies just like the other Captain America did. So.
I mean, like you say, like the amount of characters in this movie, it's like Superman Legacy. It's throwing the entire DC universe in the movie.
But again, I think DC is going to do it differently than people have problems with James Gunn, but look at Guardians of the Galaxy. Look how many characters are there.
Nah, it's just Superman, dude. It's just Superman.
But everyone has their time to shine. Everyone gets whatever. I don't think these people that he's throwing in there are going to be like main characters. I think they're going to be side characters.
Don't need him in the Superman movie, dude. New Superman, new universe. Focus on Clark and his supporting cast.
But it's just what you said. New universe. Superman's basically like this. So Superman is. I know everyone loves Batman. I love Batman. But Superman is the superhero. He is the thing that every other superhero is measured against. And he's the lead. Everyone looks up to him. You see what I'm saying? And as Clark and as how Kal-El, he has two completely different lives that he lives. So I think all they're going to do is show Clark interact with people at the Daily Planet, interact with Lois. That's mostly what you're going to get in him stopping stuff. But you're also going to have heroes because this is a new universe, and they kind of want to show you these different characters. But I don't think they're going to be like dominating or have a lot of screen time.
Here's my issue though, because they tried that already. DC's problem is the shared universe stuff. Like just make a Superman movie and then build going forward. You don't need Green Lantern or Metropolis. Don't need Metamorpho, Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl. Like
remember when Iron Man first came out, right? It was just Iron Man. But then at the end they had the credit scene, and they were like,
yeah, to set up for the Avengers.
I forgot which.
Fury.
Right, Fury about the Avengers Protocol and stuff like that. And then another movie they had like the Hammer and stuff like that. And another
the end credits, not in the middle of the film.
Right, but think about the Spider-Man game we just played, right? Spider-Man 2. Half the time we're sitting, where the hell are the Avengers? Because the Spider-Man game, like most games and stuff like that, they go out of their way to not show the other heroes and make it, oh, they're off planet while this crazy thing's happening, or they're a bit like, you see what I'm saying? When you know they should be there, or there's like a million heroes in Manhattan, so why don't you see anybody? All I think they're doing, and we'll see when the movie comes out, is that they will show you that this world has other heroes and how they interact with Superman. But I don't think they're going to be like saving the day, or he's going to team up with them, or it's going to be a team movie in Superman. I think this is very much going to be a Superman movie, but I think you're just going to have cameos of these other heroes sprinkled in to show you this is a well-lived world. He's not the only hero, he's just the best.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, we've seen that before though.
Huh?
We've seen that before, and it failed.
I don't think so. We didn't.
Yeah, Dawn of Justice, dude. There's barely a Batman film. That definitely wasn't a Superman movie. And they threw Wonder Woman at the middle in the end. Friggin' Doomsday, Aqua Guy on a camera film or something.
But that was specifically a Batman Superman movie, and that's why Batman had equal screen time.
Yeah, but see what the point is that they rushed because Man of Steel didn't do the numbers they wanted it to do. So they threw in a popular character into the next film.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's not Superman and the Justice League.
It's what it feels like already.
But it's not. That's what I'm telling you. That's not the focus of the movie. The focus of the movie is Superman. Again, if you read a comic, right? Superman interacts with other heroes. He'll fly into the Batcave and be like, hey, Bruce, blah, blah.
Yeah, then put Batman in the movie. You don't need anybody else to show that he's got a different, separate life.
But they're not doing Batman. Batman is just...
Because Batman's going to be the other film they're making, Brave and the Bold or whatever.
Right.
These two are going to be the flagship films of the new DC whatever.
Right. So what better way to give a cameo to show you other characters that you could potentially be interested in?
Then introduce your new Batman and Superman film, and then go from there. Because that's Metropolis and Gotham are like neighborhood cities.
There's all the heroes they're introducing are not the big heroes. You see what I'm saying? It's Mr. Terrific. You know what I'm saying? Or like, Guy Gardner. They're not even using Hal or Kyle Rayner, or using Guy Gardner. You know what I'm saying? Green Lantern.
Yeah.
These aren't people that are like, we've never even seen these people in live action before, so they're all new. You see what I'm saying? This is literally just to be like, hey, here's a cool character you might want to see. Hey, here's a cool character you might want to see. Hey,
this guy's also doing Creature Commands, whoever the hell they are.
Now that I agree with. Some of the other movies that he's coming out with, I think that's just stupid.
Like, how does this guy...
I don't think you need these super side characters movies because nobody cares about them and nobody will care about them. I know
something about authority or something. The authority, whoever they are.
Right.
He even mentioned they were going to be thrown there too. I'm like, oh, good.
That's something
I don't think he should be directing and writing this film at all.
Because the authority is basically like a fake Justice League. So why would you put in a fake Justice League when you have the real Justice League? I don't think that plays well. It's like having a Squadron Supreme and like Midnighter is Batman, Apollo is Superman. I
I think he just cast Lex Luthor. So I'm like, why not just have him create Metallo, Superman to fight? Just something simple like that. Even in my stories, I got supporting cast and whatnot, but I'm not trying to throw in gazillion.
All the heroes that you just mentioned in the Superman movie could literally be they're fighting some guy that they can't beat, a Mongol or something like that. And it's just like in the Justice League movie, Superman shows up and bodies everything. Making them all look small. And they go, man, we love Superman. And that's it. That's their whole role in the whole movie.
Yeah, I
Is
just,
to just be there as like fodder, for lack of a better term.
I just need him to start slower this time around.
Huh?
I just need him to start slower this time around.
Yeah, I don't think it takes away from.
As you look at the original Superman film with Reeve, you got Krypton in the beginning, you see Krypton explode, you build up Clark's family life in the beginning, Metropolis. You don't see Superman in the suit until like the start of the second act.
Right, but that's not what's going to happen. We're going to see Superman right away. It's not an origin story.
No, I'm just saying the structure of it works better when you're just focusing on that character and his world. You still get Clark Kent stuff at the planet, you get Luthor, and you get Superman stuff for like the rest of the movie. Now what I wish they had done was they crossed over Keaton's Batman with Chris Reeve. That would have been awesome.
I'm not
Just like
I'm not against what they're doing. I think it can play well if they do it right.
And I was saying, based on the track record, I just don't buy it.
No, but I'm saying his track record is good.
Yeah, with Guardians of the Galaxy, not Superman. Because Guardians doesn't have one main character, it's got like 5.
It's Peter Quill. He's the main character. Every story revolves around him. This one had a little bit more about like, you get the origin of Rocket. But other than that, it's always been about Peter and his past and him growing up, and he's the main character of those movies. Him loving Gamora, and like, he's the leader. I'm Star Wars, man. That's the movie's been about him, primarily. And then the other characters, think about it. You're introduced to every character through his eyes. When he goes somewhere, he had to go to prison after chasing Gamora, and then he's Rocket and Groot and Drax, and then they all get together. Everything's through him. The second one is by his father. And you start off with him, and his mom getting cancer and giving him a playlist. All the songs are based off of him and him growing up. It's about him. It's about him, and then how he interacts with these other people. And then you love those characters, but he's definitely the main character of Guardians of the Galaxy. That's all it's about him.
Yeah. I've been on the fence since this was announced, so.
Yeah, I'm more upset about Henry Cavill. That's what I don't like. I think he was great, and I don't think he really got a shot to shine as Superman. So I think that got taken away from him. And I don't think they necessarily needed to recast to do this, but I also didn't like some of these things stay and some don't. It's all the stuff that he worked on.
Yeah.
Or his friends worked on.
Just keeping that Amanda Waller lady from Suicide Squad, but and
Right.
Jason Momoa.
Right,
But
but
to be fair, he's gonna be in makeup as Lobo, so it's kind of different. But Amanda Waller shouldn't be the same
Yeah,
actress.
but Jason Momoa is he always plays himself.
Yeah.
Every movie. So Jason Momoa in Aquaman was Jason Momoa.
Yeah, not even
Right.
close.
He has nothing to do with. He doesn't act like the comic character at all. He's just him. So.
I just think this guy has too much pull with this stuff. But it's could be dangerous. And, like, just look at Star Wars prequels. I agree, George Lucas is a great writer, but he never should have directed those movies.
I think there's pluses and minuses. Look at Star Wars. George Lucas created the original trilogy, which legendary. Then he created the prequels, which had good things and bad things about it, but people were kind of like, he's kind of losing his touch. I don't like it for the most part. I think really was until the third one, Revenge of the Sith, that I think people universally liked that one, thought that was good. I did not like the first one, and I thought the second one was okay. But then you got the newer trilogy,
Disney Wars.
and you had one director, you had J.J. Abrams, and I thought the first one was decent, that was pretty good. But then the second one was literally the worst thing that ever happened to Star Wars. Because by itself, it was a good movie. If you took out Star Wars and whatever like that, the cinematography was amazing and all that. But in terms of being part of a trilogy and part of a long-running series, it was horrible because it just decided to do its own thing. There was no lore building, it didn't connect the dots, it just decided it was going to do what it wanted without respecting what came before or what needed to come after. And that derailed the entire trilogy because you didn't have that singular vision, you didn't have that singular control of the franchise to say, no, we're going to do this sets it up, and then push through. So, but then you look at Marvel. Marvel had a single vision. For 10 years, it was untouchable. Was every movie good? No. There were a lot of stinkers like Iron Man 3 and, Thor 2 and a couple others. But overall, it was amazing. And everything there were all these different details and things that related to other stuff and Easter eggs and things they called back to that you forgot about. Like, it was so intricately woven because it had a singular vision. But I think a singular vision can then become bad because now that same singular vision they got, what I'm doing is untouchable. I'm always right because I have this success. So now look at what they're doing with the movies now, where it's like it has to be funny, it has to have a slapstick humor, and everything has to be a joke. And Winter Soldier wasn't like that. Civil War was like, and did it have funny parts? Yes, but it was serious, and serious stuff happened. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why people think the Captain America trilogy is the best. It didn't go out of its way to be silly all the time. Like, any good movie is gonna have some funny parts because it breaks up the tension of the movie, but
even Infinity Wars had funny moments, but then it got
like with
down to business.
And Spider-Man, it's like, remember that old movie, Aliens? I'm like, where is Gamora? Who is Gamora? Like that. Like, they had a lot of fun stuff. But you started off the movie with Thor beating half to death, and all the Asgardians, like, dead. And then he killed Loki. Like, one of, if not the most important characters in Marvel. And that showed you this is serious. And every time you saw Thanos on screen, somebody got hurt or they died. There was no in between. And the heroes did everything they could to stop him. They all failed. And and you had all these different heroes in all these different places trying to just survive and figure it out. And then at the end they lost. The stakes were there. It was serious when they do serious. It was funny when they do funny. But again, that, I don't know, it was the culmination of 10 years of build-up. And then you went back to, hey, I'm a new person, and here's my formula. And it was just kind of like, but I want to see Tony, and I want to see Steve, and, where's that big stakes thing that was going on? Or, I want to see T'Challa. And they just kept making mistakes. They felt like they knew better than everybody else.
I'm willing to give Sam a shot as Cap, but I don't think Red Hulk is the character you put in the Captain America movie. They can't really be that stupid. He's not going to last 10 seconds against Red Hulk if he actually morphs from the Red Hulk in the film. He's not going to survive. Even if he takes the serum, they'll still get the crap beat out of him. He'll live with the serum, Without the serum, no chance.
Yeah, but if you have Red Hulk,
I mean, who's alive that's gonna fight him without overstuffing the movie?
yeah, but Hulk is not a big deal anymore. Think about it, ever since Thanos two-pieced him, slammed him to the dirt, what has Hulk done that's been impressive? After he got beat up, he didn't even show up. He's come out and he got beat so bad. He never got his rematch fight with Thanos to be like Hulk is back. He was literally just, I'm smart Hulk. You want to talk to him? So what's impressive about Hulk? Nothing. Now, and then you had She-Hulk target, and then she beat the hell out of regular Hulk too. In her show.
Did she?
Because she's a woman, so she knows how to be angry all the time.
Yeah, and that's my point. That's the thing that they're doing now. I don't have a problem with diversity, but they're going way too far with it.
Now, to be fair, in the comic, she is more adjusted to. She doesn't have the psychological trauma that Hulk has, so she could just transform or transform back. Like she doesn't have the I'm angry thing that Hulk has, because that's all mental trauma. It has nothing to do with his, whatever. He has multiple personalities.
Yeah, did you hear about this director for the new Ray movie saying she likes making dudes uncomfortable? This is someone that Kathleen Kennedy probably hired because she's crazy. And people still can't see the red flags with this broad? I'm like, are you serious? How was Bob Iger letting this happen? How is this broad not gone? How?
Ray is a character that can be salvaged.
How? Her arc is done. Arc was done in 7.
You can continue. There's basically that arc, the Skywalker arc, and the whole Palpatine arc is done. What they can do now is what they're doing with Luke and the Grogu Mandalorian verse. Big evil's destroyed. What do we do now? How do we rebuild the Jedi Order?
Who was around to teach her about any of that?
Huh?
Who was around to teach her about any of that? This is the same character that pulled a mind trick out of thin air.
Who's around?
Who was around to teach her about the Jedi and their ways?
Teach Luke?
Ben and Yoda.
They were dead.
They both taught him. He had 2 teachers. She had none.
She did. She had Leia. Leia taught her.
When?
Leia taught her, and now she has the Force Ghost.
Oh God, Force
She has the
Ghost.
same amount of training that Luke has now. Luke
Oh,
had to
God.
learn a lot of it on his own.
Force Ghost. Oh wow. So exciting.
That's what I'm saying. She has the same training Luke had. Luke had Obi-Wan for like 5 seconds. He got to train on the ship while they were going places. Then Obi-Wan died. Then he had to go to Yoda. And he got to train with him for like a little while. And he cut his training short because he felt that his friends were in danger. And Yoda was like, you need to finish your training because you don't got a shot at fighting Vader as you're seeing. And he was like, well, good enough. Then he went, got beat up, got his head cut off. But
Yeah,
Yoda died.
and then Rey beat the villain in the first film.
Right. And that's why I think the problems with Rey, from what I see, is not the character itself. When she first was introduced, she was an awesome character, I thought. She filmed Star Wars, Skywalker stuff, and we didn't know where she came from, and she had could talk to droids, and really good pilot automatically, naturally, and she's very strong with the Force and things like that. Like, she was full on, Skywalker. But then they derailed it and said, oh, your parents are nobody, and there's nothing. No, you're a Palpatine. Like, then they did all this crazy stuff. But also, her big bad, she defeated. She never had adversity. She never struggled. She just kind of overcame every obstacle that develop the character. But now, you can say, okay, she's older. Now you can put struggles in her. You can show her humanity. You can show her that she's not the best, or how she has to learn, or how she makes mistakes. In this new trilogy with this new universe, I think that would salvage the character a bit to give her something. Right now, she's just anybody. She goes, oh yeah, the Force, Jedi mind trick. Oh yeah, the Force, and just beat it. I mean, to be fair, Kylo Ren had just gotten shot with a Wookiee bowcaster.
He's still got years more training from Luke and whatever Snoke did.
Right, but it's at least that will give you a reason why she'd be able to hold him off. Those
He's-
years, right? But she
That's-
did beat him
she was
and
dead.
scarred him the first meeting. So now he's trying to attack her. You know?
He wasn't trying to kill her. He was trying to take her to bring her to Snoke.
Right, but
And then he recognized her power and he wanted her as his apprentice.
right, but that's what I'm saying. She became an obstacle that he had to overcome versus the opposite.
And then all of a sudden they're gonna give her flaws out of nowhere, and because who's gonna?
Well, it could be that. It could be that could be the thing is that she's always had training or somebody to lean on, and now it's up to her.
Yeah,
She's very impulsive. She doesn't do things well. You know what I'm saying?
there's no way. There's no way I'm spending a dime on that.
Right, but again, they could do that, but they're not, because this director already said they're gonna go back to making her Super Mary Sue, destroying everything, showing how much better she is than every guy who ever came before, and that's gonna
Are
be.
there even any guys left in Star Wars?
Yeah, I just don't know if they're gonna get any of them to come back.
Boyega ain't coming back.
To see Finn actually be a Jedi and be competent at something.
Boyega ain't coming back.
Hmm?
Boyega ain't coming back. If I was him, I would never work for Kennedy ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Not until she gets the pink slip or gets put in frozen carbonite.
There was Poe Dameron, which again, I doubt he'll come back.
And what is he gonna do?
I don't know, he's just a character from the other movies that was important. It's just like with Luke. You don't see him later on. He's just off doing his own thing. But it wouldn't make sense for her to come back without Finn, since Finn is force sensitive and would be involved in the Jedi stuff.
Yeah.
So they would have to recast him if he don't come back.
Or they can just cancel the movie and make something people actually care about.
Yeah, that would be smart, but clearly they're not gonna do that.
It was like a Star Wars Celebration, I think it was last year, when that witch Kennedy came on stage. There was like nothing but crickets, and it was beautiful. It's all she deserves. Crickets. Not one round of applause. Not one.
I don't understand how she still has her job, personally. Yeah, Star Wars, the biggest franchise in, like, the world in history. And it bombed. You're Disney, the biggest, like, entity
Yeah, and
in entertainment.
don't forget that Not Solo movie with not Han Solo.
But again, she pushed, all her main characters were, like, her.
Yeah.
Brunette, white woman, who overcomes odds and is so much better than everybody else. And that's not what Star Wars is about. Diversity is not the problem, it's just the way you present it. Diversity just means, hey, I have this character who happens to be black, but they're a character, and they're a good character, and they're well written. Or I have this character who happens to be a woman, she's well written, and she has strengths and weaknesses, and these are the things she's good at, and these things she's not good at, and this is her journey to blah blah blah. Not, this man held me down and did this to me, but I'm so much better, and I hate men. You see what I'm saying? That's where the agenda part comes in. It's like, I just want to watch a movie because we've had a lot of strong. Look at Leia. Leia didn't come in and say, I'm a strong woman. She just was a strong woman. And everybody loves her. You know?
There's tons of good lady characters in Star Wars. There might be more than dudes.
Mm-hmm.
I can think of a couple off the top of my head from the EU. Characters we'll never see on screen, like Lady Lumaya, Darth Treya, Bastila Shan. Mission Val, Mitra Surik, Mira, Jan Ors. I just bought the Jedi Knight 2 Outcast for my PlayStation. And I realized I can do cheat codes. So just like on my laptop. I can't spawn like Luke or a Jedi or anything, but now I can use my lightsaber in the beginning episodes, beginning stages. So it's a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
It's like now I'm hearing about this Mandalorian movie. I'm like, this character started on TV. Only time they should make a movie about him is if the series is ending, and then they're gonna summarize everything in the final in the movie as like a finale for the series.
Mm-hmm.
Until then, keep it on TV. I was like, why the hell is it called Mandalorian Grogu? Like, I loved Mandalorian better when he was doing Bounty Hunter stuff before the kid showed up. Once the kid showed up, it just came just like that stupid, what's that stupid show, Bad Batch? It's not even about the soldiers, it's about the stupid kid. I'm like, what the hell is this? Freaking babysitting shows in Disney Wars.
I mean,
Get out of here.
I like Mandalorian. I think it wasn't until the most recent season that I was like, because think about it, he's just such a good character. I like Grogu. I like their relationship and how he was this battle-hardened Mandalorian, and then this kid who's actually older than him.
Yeah, kid can't even talk.
Right, but it just gave him a heart and made him a dad, you know? And it, he didn't care about something other than his money and the next job.
Then they should have written the kid out for a little while, let him go back to being bounty hunter stuff. Notice how they had him in that stupid Boba Fett show that I never watched. And he's in the best episodes of the show apparently. And what's he doing? Bounty hunter stuff.
Right, the show got way better when they switched him to Mandalorian. Boba Fett, because the light kid is all Boba Fett.
As far as I'm concerned, Boba Fett never made out of Sarlacc pit. And that's how it should have been. You know what it should have been? At that first episode of season 2, when Mando was riding on the speeder bike and you see Fett on the hilltop. That should have been the last time you see him.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing people wanted to know was if he was alive. You showed him, okay, move on. Never need to see him again.
What people wanted from Boba Fett, they got with Mando.
Yeah, never needed to see him again.
He was a cool bounty hunter who never took off his mask. That, you know, was capable of running around kicking butt and doing amazing stuff as a Mandalorian. That's it. That's all people wanted. And the Boba Fett we got was like a crime lord that spent most of his time in the back of the tank and telling everybody what his name is. Boba Fett, Boba Fett, Boba Fett, Boba Fett, Boba Fett, Boba Fett. And getting beat up again all the time. The Rancor part was cool. Outside of that.
See, I never understood why he's so popular in the first place.
It's because his design was cool. That's pretty much it. People thought he had a cool design.
He never did anything in the original films. What the hell did he do?
Well, he caught Han Solo.
Yeah, part of Vader's plan. He was a tool. Because the catching Han Solo was just the bait to get Luke there. It was all Vader's plan. He was a chess piece on the board. Nothing more.
Right. But I guess he looked cool and he got the job done. And that's all people care about.
Yeah.
Okay, you never know who's going to be popular or how things will stack up. Look at even Marvel. How many characters who were just supposed to be throwaway nothing characters became like the guy in Ant-Man. They think, okay, you know, he's mixing things and stuff like that.
Oh, that annoying Spanish guy?
Yeah.
The annoying Spanish dude? Yeah, I never liked that character. He was
Well, a
annoying.
lot of people did. Lewis is on that.
He's annoying.
But a lot of people liked him, and he was just supposed to be a throwaway character.
guess they gotta do something in an Ant-Man film, because he ain't that interesting.
It's not. I mean, it is interesting. It's just not interesting enough to have a trilogy.
Yeah.
There's one little movie, maybe two, and then he should just be doing pop-ups in Avengers movies, I think.
He was funny in Civil War, but I don't need to see him in any other solo
Right,
films.
that's what I mean. After his original movie, introduced him in his world and his characters and stuff. He's a character that plays better as like a side character himself.
Yeah, same
He
with.
had no business fighting Kang. And being the first person to counter him and then actually win. Dude basically should have escaped his life, and the same way like how in Endgame he came back and you know he had to like go to other people to figure out like what do we do. That's what he should have did with Kang. He should have gone there, found a way to get his family away, trap Kang somehow momentarily there, but be like Kang is coming,
Hmm.
and we need to prepare. Not fight him, get beaten up by ants and all other stuff they did. Like he shouldn't have been defeated that way.
No, I'm telling you, Kang beat the crap out of Scott. I think it was a wasp that neutralized Kang until he got sucked into that pipe thing.
What I'm saying is this: the whole point with Kang was that he was trying to get his armor back. Because he's a regular guy. He's not the Hulk. He's like Doctor Doom without his armor, or in Doctor Doom's case, his sorcery. You shoot him and he's dead. You know what I'm saying? He's not that. His technology is the thing that makes him whatever. So once he got his technology back and he got the full suit and he's able to just freeze people and do all this stuff and blast people and fly and everything. That's the stuff that should be able to beat Thor and whoever else that he beat in the Avengers and be a super threat. He got that back and they took him out with ants. That's the problem. See what I'm saying? See, he was at his the only thing he couldn't do was time travel. But everything else, all his other powers and abilities he had, and his suit got damaged with ants. And then he had to fight Ant-Man one-on-one. And he was beating him up, but he still lost. He still got sucked into some portal thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's part of why I think the multiverse needs to stop.
Did that happen to Thanos? Did you see anybody suddenly beat Thanos?
Endgame.
Endgame. It took everybody. See what I'm saying?
Cats are back.
It took everybody to take out Thanos. Anytime you fought someone one-on-one, he dominated. Remember the thing with Iron Man, like literally pulled the like pieces of a balloon to throw at him? He had all that for a little drop of blood. And then he basically would have killed Iron Man if Doctor Strange didn't step in. You have like, see what I'm saying? That's a threat. And Kang is supposed to be that level of threat. That's the problem. He's not supposed to be like, it's like in the original Avengers, you had Loki. Obviously, Thor by himself could beat Loki. But he got leveled up. You see what I'm saying? And he had the Chitauri and all that stuff, and he had the scepter and stuff like that. So that made him more of a threat. And Thor really didn't get a one-on-one except for like once. And anytime he got caught, it's because he won, because like he's a different type of villain. He's a more cerebral, tricky type of guy. Kang is the conqueror. It means he's supposed to just beat you up.
Yeah, I think the multiverse stuff needs to stop. I think the fact that they failed with Kang is proof they need to just let it go, let it end, drop the storyline completely.
I think the multiverse is the only way that they can fix their whole thing.
Mm.
Because things like basically the limited who you see characters. All the A-list characters are done. You know? No more Iron Man. Everybody now is like a second-rate character. See what I mean?
I mean, that's always been the problem with legacy characters. So,
Legacy characters never do as well as the original, except Wild West and maybe Nightwing, but Nightwing is his own thing. Dick Grayson as Batman is never as popular as Bruce Wayne as Batman. See what I'm saying? People like Miles. Miles is never gonna be Peter. See what I'm saying? He's probably the closest to it.